So today we're going to tell you a little bit about Terry's top 5 RV destinations.
Sometimes I play it safe, and you can see it. It's easy for me to show, but sometimes I'm really brave, and that just means that I'll try again tomorrow. It's my doubt created mountains where the valleys used to be. Gotta change perspective if I really want to see that sunrise over the water. I swam over and under, get lost in all the wonder, never call it quits, no. When life hit me apart, I went faster and farther. I just gotta remember I was made for this. Let them take me as far as they want to go. And it's time for me to say, they won't break me, I'm braver than I know. It's my doubt created mountains where the valleys used to be. Gotta change perspective if I really want to see it. Sunrise over the water, I swam over and under, get lost in all the wonder, never call it quits, no. When life hit me harder, I went faster and farther. I just gotta remember I was made for this. Oh, such a time as this. Oh, I was made for this. It's my doubt creating mountains where the valleys used to be. And all the things I thought I knew were changing like the seas. Yeah. But I've overcome it all and I'm still here. Oh, I gotta change perspectives if I really wanna see. Sunrise over the water, I swam over and under, get lost in all the wonder, never call it quits, no. When life hit me harder, I went faster and farther. I just gotta remember I was made for this. Oh, such a time as this. Oh, I was made for this. Sometimes I play it safe, and you can see it. It's easy for me to show, but sometimes I'm really brave, and that just means that I'll try again tomorrow. It's my doubt created mountains where the valleys used to be. Gotta change perspective if I really want to see that sunrise over the water. I swam over and under, get lost in all the wonder, never call it quits, no. When life hit me apart, I went faster and farther. I just gotta remember I was made for this. Let them take me as far as they want to go. And it's time for me to say,
Okay, are we ready?
I got my coffee. Right here.
You're such a dork. Okay. This is a little recap from last week's video. Randy and I started full-timing in May of 2020. We didn't hit the road until August of 2020 after he retired from his law enforcement career. So we've literally been on the road since August of 2020. We did a little over 9,000, well, almost 10,000 the first 2 years. The first year we have no video footage.
I put a lot of miles on.
Maybe we can pull together something to highlight here in the video for you. We hit Colorado and we went out to Arizona. We just did a lot of fun stuff for us, family trips and such. So that being said, the last week's video was Randy's top 5 RV destinations, and I tend to think that his were a little bit more touristy
hold on.
than mine.
At the end of this video, everybody vote who's better, mine or Terry's.
Because they all have their own character.
Let's vote who's better, and that way one of us will have the championship.
Bragging rights.
And we can be the leader on the next West trip. How does that sound?
You're something else.
Okay.
No, I get to pick.
Oh, yeah, you always get to pick. All right, go ahead.
Okay,
number 5, let's go.
I got to start with number 5?
Yeah.
All right, on my list, what would be number 5? I would have to go with the Grand Tetons as number 5. I'm more or less throwing that in there as kind of an honorable mention because it was pretty amazing to see. It was something I didn't know I needed to see until after I got there. Cell service was just terrible. We will have Starlink. Again, we'll give you a review of that product after we get it up and running.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. I got a whole install that's coming, and how we're installing it, how we're going to carry it, and all that kind of stuff.
So we were there at mid-June, end of June. We went there before Cody, Wyoming. So there was still some snow on the mountaintops, which really made it more visually appealing, I guess, to me. But we did, Jenny's Lake. To me, after going to Yellowstone and then going into the Grand Tetons, it didn't feel as exciting as Yellowstone did to me.
That's because you went to Yellowstone first.
I think so. I'm not sure. Yeah. I enjoyed the boat ride. I loved the hike.
Yeah, Jenny's Lake was amazing.
It was pretty, very pretty. We saw a lot of wildlife. So again, that's going to be my number 5 honorable mention.
Idaho is cool too.
My number 4 would be Nashville.
Nashville.
Yeah, that was a kind of a bucket list for me. I've always wanted to go and see what it was all about. I really enjoyed the Grand Ole Opry.
Didn't you ever hear the Kid Rock song, This Isn't the Nashville Line Now?
Yeah.
Come on.
Where you at, Rock? Where you at? So anyway, I really did enjoy the Grand Ole Opry. I wanted to get into the Ryman. We didn't, and Johnny Cash. So that would be 2 reasons for me to go back. I really think if you haven't done it, it's an experience that you really should put on your list. We stayed at the water park. It was off season, so the water park wasn't closed, so that was quiet. We ate at a lot of cute restaurants throughout the stay, being the food snobs that we've self-declared ourselves as. So to me, it was a good time. Definitely worth going to see. Number 3 would be St. Augustine. We did that over Christmas.
Yes.
And again, it's just beautiful.
If you're going to do St. Augustine, do it over Christmas. It's amazing.
We recommend
do the Nights of Lights.
The Nights of Lights.
Yes.
And it's St. Augustine, Florida, in case somebody might get confused. Florida. I know. I know.
Ugh.
But it was just really a beautiful stay. We stayed at, what was it called? Four Lakes Campground.
Awesome
and they
place.
had a shuttle that took us in. So we didn't have to worry about parking, drinking and driving.
None of that stuff.
There was no worries. No worries at all. So we
hop on the bus and do your thing.
It's a cute, quaint town. Definitely something to put on your
Super
list.
crowded at Christmas time. So if you're going to take that shuttle, it's phenomenal because you don't have to mess with parking.
Right.
So
St. Augustine leads me into my number 2 pick, which was Fort Clinch, Florida. And that's out on Amelia Island. It's in the northern section, east coast of Florida. And there was just so much for us to do and enjoy.
That's where you crashed the e-bike in the mud, right?
It is where I broke my knee. I did. I crashed really bad. Like, seriously. No, I really think I need knee surgery, but okay, whatever. But they had a ton of trails to ride. Randy, of course, had to take me through like the mud sections, but you know, we couldn't just stay on the high side, high and dry side. We had to go low and wet, you know. So anyway, they had the museum, or what was it? The fort. It's not really a museum. Fort. I guess it could be considered a museum.
Fort was cool.
And then we went down. Literally, you could ride on the beach. To me, that was
that was fun. That was cool.
Really cool. Yeah.
We rode our bikes on the beach.
Oh, it was just beautiful. Being a beach person, I just absolutely love that.
Yeah.
We hit a couple restaurants there in Amelia Island. Just really a good time. I really did enjoy that stay. It was we didn't expect it to be as much fun as it was, because I am all about the fun. So,
all right. Whatever. So what's your number 1?
So my number 1 is probably going to surprise a lot of people, but Darlington Speedway. What? I just had a ball. That has always been one of my bucket lists, to camp in the infield of a NASCAR race. And if you've seen our video, you'll need to check it out if you haven't. The initial start was a little tight and concerning. It was a little rough. But once we upgraded and moved to the asphalt, it was just a dream come true for me.
That's the biggest thing with a full-time RVing. You got to be ready to adapt.
Yes, you need to be flexible. Yep. Right, that's
or true. You'll never have a good time.
No.
Because there's always something that's going wrong. So you got to, there's something it took a few months for us to adjust to.
In the beginning, yeah, it definitely did. That was certainly something that we learned to do in the beginning. We used to plan out like everything. Months ahead.
And then one thing would go wrong and totally blow every plan.
Right. So. And then we were paying for cancellation fees and rescheduling and rebooking, or just biting the bullet and losing that.
I'm still a fan of running without plans.
Yeah, well, we pretty much do.
It's hard to do, though. It is very difficult nowadays.
What we run into, though, when we do that is the holidays.
Yep.
So if you at least plan ahead for the holidays, which I say is still probably really difficult because we don't know where the wind's going to blow us. And we've been fortunate in 2022 so far. So that was good. But back to Darlington, it just was a lot of fun. We hit the car museum. We did, barbecuing.
Well, the races are like going to a NASCAR race and staying in the infield. I kind of equated to going on a cruise, so to speak. Because once you're there, you just hang out and have a good time.
Yeah.
There's no stress. You're there for a week and you just go with all of those schedules that they have, just like a cruise to me. I mean,
it was just cool.
It was a blast.
Yeah.
It definitely was a blast.
Seeing the drivers come in and the qualifying and the truck racing. We literally had 3 days of racing. Mm-hmm. It was just a good time. I highly recommend it if you're into auto racing at all, to at least do one infield experience. Mm-hmm. And I enjoyed Darlington.
Well, we met a lot of cool people there too. It wasn't super crazy. It was just right. And we had a good time.
We did.
But again, going back to being adaptable, I spent 3 hours on the roof putting down the foam pad so we could stand on the roof. And I got all done, and they were having a qualifying. We got up on the roof, and I got Terry up there, and she's like, yeah, no, I'm not about this. So
yeah, no, all we could see was turn 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. And we barely could see 2.
I think a lot of it was blocked by media tents and whatever.
Right.
So we had
wasn't conducive.
We had to go get some seats.
Yeah, but I didn't come just to watch cars drive by. Yeah. I wanted to watch the racing. So we did, but
you get to drive on the track.
Oh yeah, and I did get to drive on the track. That was really cool.
Yeah.
But here's a pro tip for Tara. I don't think we needed to purchase the seat tickets. You could have just sat in the grandstand.
General admission.
General admission.
But we bought them because of me.
Did we?
Yeah, because the general admission is just aluminum bleachers. And the other ones had little seats with armrests and cup holders to hold my coffee.
Yeah.
So
it was definitely a good time.
Or it could have been some other beverage, maybe. Not sure. So.
Hot chocolate, I know I got the one day.
Yeah.
I went down and made.
But all right.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, so the recap for my top 5 would have been Darlington, Fort Clinch, St. Augustine, Florida, Nashville, Tennessee, and the Grand Tetons.
It's amazing that the Grand Tetons scored so low.
Well, I felt like I had to give it a more or less an honorable mention.
Yeah.
You know, because that was a nice trip. I mean, and we didn't include it in yours.
Yeah.
So.
All right, well, click down in the comments whose list was better.
I know, Terry's is going to be
I bet you I get more votes than you do. So.
If they made it this far.
Maybe.
Yeah,
But,
okay.
All right.
So we hope you enjoyed this video today. Let us know what your top 5 RV destinations are down in the comments. If you don't want to pick a winner, click subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you in our next video.